few years ago, boredom still existed. You could sit in a room, stare out of a window, wait in line without touching your phone, and your brain could actually breathe. But now, the moment silence appears, your hand automatically reaches for a screen. One notification, one scroll, one short video, and suddenly, 2 hours disappear like they never existed. The terrifying part is most people don't even realize it's happening. Your attention span isn't naturally getting worse. It's being trained, rewired, hijacked. Every app you open is fighting for one thing: your focus. Because your attention is no longer just attention, it's money. And somewhere along the way, the internet learned how to keep you distracted forever. And if you've noticed yourself struggling to finish books, losing patience during conversations, feeling mentally exhausted after doing nothing, or opening apps without even thinking, this video might explain why. Right now, millions of people wake up and immediately check their phones before their brains are even fully awake. Notifications, emails, Instagram reels, TikTok videos, all before breakfast. Your mind never gets a clean start anymore. It gets attacked the second you open your eyes. And slowly, without realizing it, your brain adapts to this chaos. Long videos feel too slow. Reading becomes painful. Deep thinking becomes exhausting. Even sitting quietly starts to feel uncomfortable. Your mind begins craving stimulation every few seconds because the internet has trained it to expect rewards constantly. What's scary is that this doesn't feel dangerous in the moment. Scrolling feels harmless. Watching one more reel feels harmless. But day after day, year after year, your ability to focus starts collapsing in silence. And most people won't notice until they try to do something meaningful and realize their brain can't stay still anymore. Think about the last time you tried to focus on something important. Maybe studying, working, watching a movie, or reading a book. Within minutes, your brain probably started itching for stimulation. You check your phone for 1 second. Then another app opens automatically. Then another. Suddenly, you don't even remember why you picked up the phone in the first place. That's not laziness. That's conditioning. Modern apps are designed to remove every possible moment of friction. Infinite scroll, autoplay notifications, personalized algorithms. Everything is engineered to keep your brain consuming without stopping. The internet doesn't want your satisfaction. It wants your time. And the worst part? Most people feel guilty afterward. They spend hours scrolling, then hate themselves for wasting the day. That guilt creates anxiety. Anxiety creates escapism. And escapism sends them right back to the phone. It becomes a psychological loop that repeats every single day. But here's the question almost nobody asks. What exactly is happening inside your brain? Your brain operates on dopamine, the chemical connected to motivation, reward, and anticipation. And social media mastered dopamine better than casinos did. Every swipe carries uncertainty. Maybe the next video will be hilarious, maybe shocking, maybe emotional, maybe validating. Your brain keeps scrolling because it's chasing unpredictable rewards. Psychologists call this a variable reward system, one of the most addictive behavioral mechanisms ever discovered. It's the same principle used in slot machines. The problem is, your brain was never designed to experience this much stimulation this quickly. Thousands of emotional triggers every single day. News, drama, viral content, comparison, validation, outrage, desire, fear. Your nervous system stays overloaded constantly. And eventually, normal life starts feeling dull. Conversations feel slower than TikTok. Real progress feels slower than dopamine. Studying feels harder than scrolling. Your brain loses tolerance for anything that doesn't provide instant stimulation. That's why people today feel mentally restless even when they're physically resting. But the internet didn't just damage attention spans. It changed how people experience life itself. Studies have shown that constant digital stimulation fragments attention. Every notification, every app switch, every interruption forces your brain to constantly reset focus. And over time, this weakens your ability to concentrate deeply for long periods. This is why many people now experience continuous partial attention. Your brain is technically paying attention, but never fully. You're watching Netflix while scrolling Instagram, listening to music while replying to texts, studying while checking notifications every few minutes. Your mind never enters true focus anymore. And deep focus is where meaningful things happen. Creativity, learning, problem solving, emotional clarity, ambition, discipline. All of it requires uninterrupted attention. But algorithms profit more when you stay distracted. Because a distracted mind consumes more, thinks less, questions less, reacts more emotionally. And the longer people stay emotionally reactive, the easier they are to keep online. That's why modern internet culture feels so overwhelming. Your brain is constantly processing information, but rarely understanding it deeply. And eventually, exhaustion takes over. This is where the damage becomes personal. People today are more connected than ever, yet they feel lonelier, more anxious, and mentally drained constantly. Many can't sit alone with their thoughts anymore. Silence feels uncomfortable because the brain has become dependent on stimulation. And deep down, a lot of people are terrified of how much time they've lost. Hours become days, days become years. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, you'll focus tomorrow, you'll fix your habits tomorrow, but the scrolling never really ends. The algorithm always has another video waiting, another distraction ready, another escape available instantly. One day, you suddenly realize your attention, the most valuable thing you own, has been slowly stolen from you piece by piece, because your life is ultimately what you pay attention to. And if your attention belongs to algorithms, then eventually your life does too. But here's the good news. Your brain can recover. The solution isn't deleting the internet forever or becoming a monk. The real solution is rebuilding intentional focus, training your brain to tolerate stillness again, because attention works like a muscle. The more fragmented it becomes, the weaker it gets. But when you protect it consistently, it starts recovering. The first step is creating moments without stimulation. No phone during meals. No scrolling immediately after waking up. No constant background noise every second of the day. Your brain needs silence sometimes. That's where clarity returns. The second step is reducing algorithmic control. Disable unnecessary notifications. Remove apps that trigger compulsive behavior. Stop letting random content decide what your mind consumes all day. And most importantly, relearn deep focus slowly. Read longer content. Watch slower videos without multitasking. Sit with boredom without escaping instantly. At first, it feels uncomfortable because your brain expects dopamine every few seconds. But over time, your attention span begins healing. And something surprising happens when your focus returns. Life starts feeling real again. Here's a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, spend the first 30 minutes of your morning without touching your phone. No notifications, no reels, no social media. Just silence, movement, journaling, reading, or thinking. You'll probably feel uncomfortable at first, maybe even anxious. That's how dependent modern brains have become on instant stimulation. But if you push through that discomfort, you'll notice something powerful. Your thoughts become clearer. Your mind becomes calmer. And slowly, you stop feeling controlled by your phone every second of the day. Because the goal isn't to quit technology. The goal is to make sure technology doesn't quietly control your entire life. Your attention is one of the few things in this world that's truly yours. Protect it carefully. If this video made you realize how deeply smartphones, social media, and algorithms are shaping human psychology, subscribe to the channel. Because modern technology isn't just changing how we use the internet. It's changing how humans think, feel, focus, and live. And on this channel, we break down the hidden psychology behind the digital world, attention manipulation, dopamine addiction, and the systems competing for your mind every single day. Also watch the next video on your screen, because once you understand how the internet affects your brain, you'll never look at your phone the same way again.